If I gave you a suitcase filled with cash, and tomorrow your country said that cash is no longer accepted, what would that suitcase be worth? Paper. Just paper. Now here's the scary part. Most people spend their whole life chasing money without ever learning what money is. Because money isn't just coins, it isn't just bills, it isn't even the numbers in your banking app. Money is something deeper. Money is an agreement, a shared story, a promise that other people will accept what you're holding in exchange for real things: food, shelter, safety, time, freedom. And once you understand that, you stop being confused by money. You stop being controlled by money. You start using money like a calm, thoughtful tool. Today, I'm going to show you the true origin of money, what money really is, why it keeps changing, and how the same patterns repeat from ancient villages to modern banks to your phone. Because money has changed forms, but it has always done the same job. Welcome to Centsive, where money finally makes sense. Section 1. The myth everyone learns. Most people were taught one simple story. First came barter. You give me chickens, I give you shoes. It sounds logical. It sounds like the beginning, but it hides a problem. Because barter only works when life is small and simple and local. Barter breaks when society grows. And history shows something surprising. Big civilizations didn't run on barter first. They ran on something else. They ran on credit, on records, on IOU, on a scoreboard. So here's the first truth. Money didn't begin as shiny coins. Money began as a way to remember value, a way to track who gave, who received, and who still owes. Money began as a system of trust plus receipts plus rules. And once you see that, modern money finally makes sense. Because the story you were told was designed to make money seem natural, inevitable, like it grew from the ground. But money was invented, designed, built by people solving problems. And when you see the problems they were solving, you understand why money works the way it does today. Section 2. Why barter fails. Imagine you live in a small village. You catch fish. Your neighbor grows bananas. Another neighbor makes chairs. If you want bananas, you trade fish. Easy. But what if the banana farmer doesn't want fish today? What if he wants shoes? Now you must find a shoemaker who wants fish right now. That's hard. As villages grow into towns, that problem becomes constant. You don't just need a trade, you need a perfect match. This is why barter fails in big societies. Barter requires the right person at the right time with the right wants. And that's too slow. So people create something faster. They pick a middle item everybody accepts. Not because it's magical, because it's useful. It's like a universal yes. That yes item becomes money. But here's what most people miss. Even in the villages where barter happened, it was mostly between strangers. Within the village, people just kept track. You helped me build my roof, I'll help you harvest your crops. No coins needed, just memory, just trust, just community. That's the part that textbooks skip, because it shows that money wasn't the first solution. Trust was. Money came later when trust got too complex to track in your head. Section 3. The real beginning, the scoreboard. Now let's go way back. Picture an ancient city. Not a modern city, an ancient one. You have farmers bringing grain. You have builders building walls. You have guards protecting the place. You have temples storing food. You have leaders collecting taxes. Now ask yourself, how do you pay people? How do you track who gave what? How do you keep order when thousands of people are trading every day? You need a system. So early societies used a simple idea. They used a unit to measure value, and they kept records. For example, This worker is owed 10 jars of grain. This farmer owes 2 as tax. This merchant borrowed 5 and must pay back 6. This is money at its earliest stage. Not coins, not paper. A unit of value plus a record of debt. Money as a scoreboard. Money as memory. Money as who owes what. Because here's the secret. If everyone trusts the record, you can trade without carrying heavy stuff every time. You can say, I don't need your grain right now. Put it on the record. That record becomes spendable. That record becomes a tool. That tool becomes money. So when people argue, did money come from barter or debt? Here's the simple answer. Barter happened, yes, but big systems grew on credit and trust long before coins were everywhere. Because records scale, barter doesn't. And here's why this matters to you today. Your bank account, it's a scoreboard. Your credit score, a trust rating. Your paycheck, a record of value owed to you. Same system, different technology. The ancients would understand your phone banking app instantly because the logic hasn't changed, only the speed.
Section 4. Money's 3 jobs. If you only learn one thing today, learn this. Money does 3 jobs. Job 1. Money helps trade, so you don't need a perfect barter match. Job 2. Money measures value. Like a ruler measures length, money measures how much. Job 3. Money stores value, so you can work today and use value later. If a money thing can do these 3 jobs, people accept it. If it fails at these jobs, people reject it. And this explains why money keeps changing through history. Because every old money system eventually hits a problem. Then people invent a new form. Let me show you how this works in practice. Imagine you work all summer. You want to save that value for winter. If your money is grain, it might rot. Job 3 fails. If your money is cattle, they might die. Job 3 fails again. If your money is shells, but someone discovers a beach covered in shells, suddenly everyone has shells. Job 2 fails. Because now your shell can't measure value accurately. The ruler got stretched. This is why people kept searching for better money. Not because they were greedy, because the old money kept failing at its jobs. And when money fails, society struggles. Trade slows. Planning breaks. Trust fades. So finding good money was like finding good medicine, a survival tool, not a luxury. Section 5. The first money things. Early money wasn't one thing everywhere. Different places used different money. Because people chose money based on what worked in their world. Some examples. Cattle. Valuable, but not easy to carry. Salt. Needed for food, but can be ruined. Shells. Pretty, portable, but can be found in large amounts. Beads. Easy to carry, but can be copied. Big stones. Yes, huge stones. In some islands, people used giant stones as wealth markers because everyone agreed who owned them. That last one sounds crazy until you realize something. They didn't move the stones, they moved the ownership. They used social trust. They used the scoreboard idea. Again, money is an agreement. But commodity money had big problems. It can rot. It can break. It can be found. It can be faked. It can be hard to divide. So history moves towards something better. Now here's a detail most people never consider. Some societies used cigarettes as money, especially in prisons. Why? Because cigarettes were portable, divisible, desired by many, limited in supply, and durable enough they did the 3 jobs. Even though nobody thought cigarettes were real money. This proves something huge. Money doesn't need government permission to exist. Money needs acceptance, and acceptance comes from usefulness, not from authority. Authority helps, but usefulness comes first. Section 6. Why metals took over. Metals changed everything. Gold, silver, copper. Why? Because metals are strong at money's three jobs. Easy to carry compared to cows. Easy to divide, coins, pieces. Durable, harder to fake at first. Limited supply. That's why coins became powerful. Coins made trade easier, but coins did something else too. Coins helped governments build states, because coins can pay soldiers, coins can collect taxes, coins can fund roads, coins can run empires. And when governments control the coin, they control the game, which leads to the oldest temptation in history. When rulers need money fast, they stretch the money. They make it look the same, but worth less. They mix in cheaper metal. They reduce the real value, and the people holding the money pay the price. This is one of history's most repeated tragedies. But let's pause and appreciate what coins did right. Before coins, you had to weigh metal every time you traded. You had to test it for purity. You had to negotiate. Is this gold real? How much does it weigh? Exhausting. Coins solved that. The stamp on the coin said, "This piece contains this much metal," guaranteed by the authority. So trade got faster, trust got easier, and economies grew. Coins were a massive upgrade. Until the people in charge realized they could cheat. And that's when the cycle begins.
Section 7. The first big money trick, stretching coins. Imagine you have a chocolate bar. If I cut it in half, each half is smaller. Now imagine the government does this to money. They keep the coin's face the same stamp, same name, but inside, less silver, more cheap metal. On the outside, they say, nothing changed. In reality, everything changed. Prices rise. People notice. Trust breaks. This happened in ancient empires many times, because when you control money, you're tempted to cheat. Not always because you're evil, sometimes because you're desperate. War costs money. Big projects cost money. Debt costs money. And cheating feels easier than honest taxes. But the bill always shows up. The bill is loss of trust. And when trust breaks, money breaks. Let me give you a real example. Ancient Rome. At the beginning, Roman coins were nearly pure silver. Citizens trusted them. Trade flourished. The empire expanded. But wars cost money. Expansion cost money. Corruption cost money. So emperors started shaving silver from the coins. A little at first, then more, then more. By the end, Roman coins were barely 10% silver. The rest, cheap metal with a silver coating. And guess what happened? Merchants stopped accepting the coins at face value. Soldiers demanded more coins for their service. Prices exploded. The economy collapsed, and the empire followed. Not because Rome ran out of resources, because Rome ran out of trust. This pattern repeats throughout history. Every time someone controls money, the temptation appears. Print more, stretch it, inflate it. And every time, trust erodes until the system resets. Section 8. Paper money, the lightest revolution. Now here comes the biggest leap. Paper money. At first, paper money was not fake. It was a receipt. You deposited heavy coins or gold somewhere safe. You got a paper note saying, this note can be exchanged for real value. Paper was lighter, safer to carry, easy to count. Trade moved faster. And then something happened. People stopped redeeming paper all the time. Because if everyone accepts the paper, why go back to metal? The paper itself became money. And when that happens, a new temptation appears. If paper is accepted, why not print more paper? That temptation is the heart of fiat money, and it's the beginning of modern money problems. But let's give paper money its due credit. Paper money was revolutionary. Imagine you're a merchant in old China.
You need to transport value across the country. Carrying gold? Dangerous, heavy, slow, bandits everywhere. Now imagine instead you deposit gold in one city. You get a paper note. You travel light. You arrive safely. You redeem the note in another city. Brilliant! This is why paper money spread so fast. It solved real problems. It made trade safer. It made economies more efficient. The problem came later, when people forgot what paper represented, when paper stopped being a receipt and became the thing itself, when printing paper became easier than creating value. That's when the danger begins. Section 9. The simple truth. Money is trust. Here's the center of everything. Money is trust. Money is not the paper. Money is not the coin. Money is the belief that other people will accept it tomorrow. That's why money can change form. Shells can be money. Coins can be money. Paper can be money. Numbers can be money. Because money is an agreement, a shared story, and whoever controls the story controls the value. Think about this carefully. Why do you accept a $20 bill? Not because the paper is valuable, not because it's pretty. You accept it because you believe the grocery store will accept it. You believe the gas station will accept it. You believe your landlord will accept it. You believe it tomorrow. That belief is the only thing giving money its power. If that belief disappears, the money disappears. Not physically, but functionally. This is why every dictatorship that collapses sees its money collapse too. Not because the paper burned, because the belief burned. And once belief is gone, you're back to barter, or back to trust-based IOUs, or back to foreign currency. Because humans need a way to trade, and they'll find it, with or without the government's permission.
Section 10. The fiat switch. Fiat money means this: money backed mainly by government authority and trust, not by a fixed amount of gold. In simple words, the government says, this is money, and people accept it because the system is built around it. Taxes must be paid in it, salaries are paid in it, stores price things in it. So it becomes real because we all act like it's real. Fiat money can work, but it has a weak point. It depends on discipline. If too much is printed, the story weakens, prices rise, people lose faith, and the money becomes less useful at storing value. That's why inflation feels like your money is shrinking, because it is, not in size, in power. Now, let's be clear about something. Fiat money is not evil, it's a tool, like fire. Fire can cook your food. Fire can burn your house down. The difference? How you use it. Fiat money gives governments flexibility. They can respond to crises. They can adjust money supply. They can fund big projects. But that flexibility is also a risk, because printing money feels free. You don't have to raise taxes. You don't have to cut spending. You just print. And the cost shows up later, in higher prices, in lost purchasing power, in broken trust. This is the gamble every country makes. Can we manage fiat money responsibly? Can we resist the temptation? Some countries do well. Some countries fail spectacularly. And the difference is always discipline. Section 11. How modern money is created. Now we reach the part most beginners don't know. Most people think money is created when governments print it. But today, most money is created another way, through bank lending. Let's keep this simple. If a bank gives you a loan, it doesn't always take a pile of cash from a vault and hand it to you. It often creates a deposit in your account, a new number, and that number becomes spendable money in the economy. So modern money is deeply tied to debt. That's not a conspiracy, it's how the machine is built. This is why the system grows with borrowing, and why problems happen when borrowing stops. Because the modern world runs on promises. Promises to repay, promises that jobs continue, promises that businesses keep selling, promises that trust holds. Here's a way to picture it. Imagine a neighborhood where everyone owes everyone.
You owe the baker owes the carpenter owes you. As long as everyone keeps their promises, the system works. Everyone trades, everyone prospers. But if one person defaults, the chain breaks. Suddenly, the baker can't pay the carpenter can't pay you. Everyone panics. That's a financial crisis in miniature. And in the modern world, we've built a system where the chain is global. Trillions of promises, interconnected, which makes the system incredibly powerful when it works and incredibly fragile when trust breaks. This is why central banks exist, to be the lender of last resort, to keep the promises flowing, to prevent the chain from breaking. But even central banks have limits, because at the end of the day, they can print money, but they can't print trust. And without trust, money is just paper. Section 12. The Big Confusion. Money versus wealth. Now I'm going to say something that will save you years of confusion. Money is not wealth. Money is a tool that helps you move wealth. Wealth is the real stuff. Skills, tools, land, businesses, useful knowledge, relationships, health, time, things people need. Money is a ticket. Wealth is the concert. If you forget that, you start worshiping the ticket. You chase numbers, you chase status, you chase looking rich, and you can end up broke while looking successful. Understanding money means you focus on real wealth, not just money. Let me show you why this distinction matters. Imagine two countries. Country A has massive piles of cash, but no factories, no farms, no skilled workers, no infrastructure. Country B has less cash, but incredible farms, advanced factories, educated people, strong infrastructure. Which country is wealthier? Country B, by far, because wealth is productive capacity, not paper. Country B can create things people need. Country A can only buy things until the cash runs out. This is true for individuals too. If you have $1 million but no skills and you spend it all, you're broke. If you have $10,000 but strong skills, good health, solid relationships, you're wealthy because you can rebuild, you can earn, you can create. That's real security, not the number in your account, the capacity to generate value. Money is a snapshot. Wealth is the movie.
Section 13. A story that makes it click. Imagine two people. Person A has $50,000 cash saved. Person B has a skill. Person B can fix air conditioners. Now a heat wave hits. People need AC repaired fast. In that moment, the skill becomes power. The skill becomes value. Money helps, yes, but the skill creates wealth. This is why in every crisis, the people who survive best usually have useful skills, useful networks, real assets, and calm thinking. Not just cash. Cash is important, but cash is not the whole game. Here's another angle. Think about Zimbabwe in the late 2000s. Hyperinflation destroyed the currency. People had wheelbarrows full of cash that couldn't buy a loaf of bread. The money became worthless. But you know what didn't become worthless? Farmers, because people still needed food. Mechanics, because people still needed cars fixed. Teachers, because people still wanted their kids educated. The money failed, but the real wealth remained, and the people with skills traded those skills directly. This is the deepest lesson. Money is temporary. Wealth is what you can do, what you can build, what you can offer. That's permanent, or at least more permanent than any currency. Section 14. Money through history. The same pattern repeats. Here's the pattern. Society grows. Old money becomes too slow or too heavy. Innovation appears. Power grabs it. Temptation pushes it too far. Trust breaks. A new system replaces it. We see this again and again. Coins get stretched. Trust breaks.
Paper gets overprinted, trust breaks. Banks overpromise, trust breaks. And each time, the lesson is the same. Money is not magic. Money is trust plus rules. And trust can change fast. Let's walk through the cycle one more time. Step 1. Innovation. Someone invents a new form of money. It's better than the old form. Faster, lighter, more efficient. Step 2. Adoption. People start using it. Trade improves. Economies grow. Everyone benefits. Step 3. Centralization. Governments or powerful institutions take control. They standardize it. They regulate it. They profit from it. Step 4. Temptation. The people in control realize they can manipulate the money, print more, stretch it, inflate it, and the benefits go to them first. Step 5. Abuse. They push too far. Too much printing, too much debt, too much inflation. Step 6. Collapse. Trust breaks. People reject the money. The system fails. Step 7. Reset. A new form of money emerges, and the cycle begins again. This pattern has repeated for thousands of years, and it's still happening today. The names change, the technology changes, but the pattern stays the same, because human nature doesn't change. The temptation to cheat, to print, to inflate, that temptation is timeless, and recognizing this pattern is how you protect yourself. Section 15. The modern world, why you feel behind. Many people today feel like, I work hard, but I'm not getting ahead, and they blame themselves. Sometimes it's not your effort. Sometimes it's the system, because if prices rise faster than wages, your money buys less. You feel squeezed. That squeeze is real. And here's a calm way to say it. Inflation is like a slow leak in your bucket. If your money is sitting still, the leak quietly drains your buying power. That's why saving matters, but also why learning basic investing matters over the long run. Not to gamble, not to get rich quick, but to stop standing still while the world moves. Let me break this down with numbers. Imagine you earn $50,000 a year. You save $10,000. Next year, inflation is 5%. Your salary increases 3%. You are falling behind. Not dramatically, but steadily. Your $50,000 became $51,500, but prices went up by 5%. So your real buying power? It dropped. This happens to millions of people. They work hard, they save, they do everything right, but the system quietly erodes their progress, and they don't understand why. Because nobody explained inflation. Nobody explained purchasing power. Nobody explained that money sitting still is money losing ground. This is not your fault. This is a design feature of modern money. Inflation is baked into the system because governments prefer a little inflation over deflation. Deflation means prices drop. Sounds good, right? Wrong. If prices are dropping, people delay purchases. Why buy today if it's cheaper tomorrow? So spending slows. Businesses suffer. Jobs disappear. The economy shrinks. Governments fear this, so they target mild inflation instead, 2 to 3% a year. Enough to encourage spending, not enough to cause panic. But that mild inflation compounds over decades, and if your wage doesn't keep up, you fall behind. Slowly, quietly, inevitably. This is why understanding money is not optional. It's self-defense.
Section 16. Fintech, the new skin on old money. Now we enter the modern layer. Fintech, banking apps, tap to pay, digital wallets, online transfers. Here's the key. Fintech changes the speed and shape of money, but it doesn't change the nature of money. Money is still trust, just moving through screens. When you tap your phone to pay, what actually moves? numbers. And those numbers are still part of the same scoreboard system humans built thousands of years ago. It's still who owes what, who owns what, who can claim what. Same idea, new clothes. But here's what fintech does change: speed, accessibility, transparency. In the old days, sending money across the world took weeks, expensive, slow, risky. Now, seconds, pennies in fees, tracked in real time. This is powerful. It means a freelancer in one country can get paid instantly by a client in another. It means families can send money home without losing half to fees. It means small businesses can compete globally without needing a bank branch in every city. Fintech democratizes access, and that's genuinely good. But don't be fooled. The underlying system is the same. Your digital wallet? Still connected to banks, still using government currency, still subject to the same rules. Fintech is a better interface, not a different game. Section 17. Crypto, the private sector money experiment. Cryptocurrency is one of the biggest money experiments of our time. You don't have to love it or hate it, but you should understand the pattern. In history, new money experiments often begin in the private sector. Merchants create promissory notes. Then the state reacts, regulates, or takes control. Crypto is similar. It's a new form of money story, a new form of trust. And it shows the same eternal question: who gets to write the rules of money? Governments? Banks? Markets? Or code? No matter where you stand, the lesson stays simple. Money is a story, and trust is the hardest currency to print. Let me explain crypto in the simplest terms. Bitcoin was created as a response to a question: can we create money that no government controls? Can we create money that no bank can freeze? Can we create money that's purely mathematical? The answer was maybe. Bitcoin is digital, limited in supply, decentralized. It uses cryptography to verify transactions. No central authority needed, no printing press, just code and consensus. This appeals to people who don't trust governments, people who lived through hyperinflation, people who had their bank accounts frozen, people who want financial freedom. But crypto has problems too. Volatility. If your money swings 20% in a day, it's hard to use for normal purchases. Complexity. Most people don't understand how it works, and what you don't understand, you don't trust. Regulation uncertainty. Governments don't like competition, especially in money, so they regulate, or ban, or co-opt. And energy use. Some cryptocurrencies use massive amounts of electricity, which raises environmental concerns. So where does crypto fit? It's too early to say. Maybe it becomes a new form of money. Maybe it becomes a niche tool for specific uses. Maybe it gets absorbed into the traditional system. Or maybe it fades. But the question crypto asks is timeless. Who controls money? And that question is worth asking. Section 18. The Understanding Money Toolkit. So how do you become someone who understands money? Not in a fancy way, in a calm, real-life way. Here are your Centsive basics. Tool 1. Follow the 3 jobs. Whenever you see a money thing, ask, does it help trade? Does it measure value? Does it store value well? Tool 2. Separate money from wealth. Ask, is this making me richer or just making me look richer? Tool 3. Respect the trust factor. Ask, what makes people trust this money? What could break that trust? Tool 4. Think in buying power. Not just how much money, but how much can my money buy? Because money's real meaning is purchasing power. Tool 5. Learn the incentives. Ask, who benefits when money expands? Who suffers when money loses value? Who writes the rules? Because money follows incentives like water follows gravity. Tool 6. Track the supply. Ask, How much of this money exists? Is more being created? At what rate? Because supply affects value. Always. Tool 7. Understand debt. Ask, how much debt is in the system? Who owes what? What happens if they can't pay? Because modern money is built on debt, and debt can amplify both growth and collapse. Tool 8. Watch for manipulation. Ask, who has the power to change the rules? Are they using that power? For whose benefit? Because power over money is power over people. Tool 9. Build real wealth. Ask, am I developing skills? Am I building assets? Am I creating value? Because money comes and goes, but wealth is what you can do. Tool 10. Stay calm. Money panics are common. Market crashes happen. Systems change. If you understand the fundamentals, you don't panic. You adapt. You plan. You build. These 10 tools are your financial compass, not to make you rich overnight, but to keep you oriented so you're never lost. Section 19. The calm reality. Understanding money doesn't mean you become scared. It means you become clear. Money is a tool. It can build a life. It can also trap people who don't understand it. Not because they are dumb, because nobody taught them the game. Centsive exists for one reason: to make money make sense. So you can move calmly, plan clearly, and build step by step. Here's the truth nobody tells you. You don't need to be a genius to handle money well. You don't need to predict the market. You don't need to gamble on crypto. You don't need to day trade. You need to understand the basics and apply them consistently. That's it. Consistency beats genius. Patience beats speed. Understanding beats hype. And once you have that foundation, you stop chasing, you stop panicking, you stop feeling behind, because you're playing a different game. Not the game of get rich quick, the game of build wealth steady. And that game you can win. Section 20. The deeper lesson. Let's land this. Money is not just paper. Money is not just coins. Money isn't even just numbers. Money is a shared agreement about value, a story we all accept so trade can happen. And here are the rules of financial gravity. Innovation creates power. Power creates temptation. Temptation destroys discipline. And when discipline collapses, trust collapses. And when trust collapses, money collapses. That is why the history of money is not ancient trivia. It's a warning label and a guide. Because every time someone says, this time is different, we've solved the old problems, our system is stable, history laughs because it's never different. The technology changes, the names change, but the pattern stays the same. Humans are tempted by easy money. Governments are tempted to print. Banks are tempted to overlend. And when those temptations win, trust breaks. The cycle repeats. This doesn't mean the sky is falling. It means the ground is shifting. Always. And if you understand the shift, you can move with it, not against it. Section 21. Closing and call to action. So the question is not, is money real? The question is, do you understand the agreement you're living inside? Because if you understand money, you stop being confused. You stop being easily tricked. You stop panicking at every headline. You start building. History doesn't repeat, but if you don't understand it, it'll crush you all the same. If this gave you a new perspective, hit subscribe. This is Centsive, and I'll show you where to look.